friends, Carrie here. Today we're going to make these cute embellished clothespins. And for this project, I'm going to make 15 clothespins using these little short chubby clothespins. So these clothespins are about 1.5 inches long and about 1/4 inch wide. You could use any size clothespin that you want. And I'm going to use paper from my scrap bin. So I'm just going to take this fine line bottle of glue and coat one side of my paper clip and lay it down on the wrong side of the paper. And then basically I will do this until I have all 15 paper clips laid down onto some paper. And I want to make a variety, so I'm just going to use different pieces of paper from my scrap bin. I decide I want to use the blue side to show on that paper. And this is really easy project, and then I just lay these aside to dry, and once I have all 15 down, I'll come back to my first set to start taking them apart. I'm going to use some of this gold paper here, this gold glitter paper. Now for these projects, I find that cardstock weight paper works better. You don't want to use a real thin paper. And of course, when you're picking out paper, you want to think about the size of your clothespin. Okay, now all you do is just cut it off, kind of split them down. Now you want to take your scissors and you want to cut as close to the wooden clothespin as you can without cutting into the wood. And you want to try to make sure you get a nice straight edge when you're doing it. Okay. After you get them trimmed, you're then going to put glue onto the other side and put them back down on the paper so that you have paper on both sides of your clothespin. These Tim Holtz snips from Tonic are great scissors. They cut through anything. And if you're interested, I do have some available in my Etsy store. And poof, with the magic of video editing, we're done. Okay, I'm going to take my crocodile punch and I'm going to punch a hole in some of these because I'm decided I want to make some charms. And the crocodile will punch through the wood. So I just have to decide which ones I want. And I'm going to do 5 sets of 3 clothespins, and I'm going to make 1 clothespin in each set have a charm. And so right now I'm just kind of planning out which ones I want to go together, because I don't want 2 that match on any of the sets. Okay. And then I will just take my crocodile and punch a hole in one of each set. Okay, so we are going to add some charms. You'll need some jump rings and some charms, and you'll need 2 pair of pliers. When you do your jump ring, you're going to want to hold the jump ring with the 2 pair of pliers, and I'm of course out of frame. And you just want to twist. You do not want to pull it apart. And the same thing as when you bring it back together, you want to twist it back together. And then I'm going to take another jump ring. Okay, there you can see better. You just twist it. And now I'm going to put it through the hole on the clothespin. And of course I drop it, okay. And then put the charm, and I just realized that one wasn't closed all the way, so I'm going to get it closed. Okay, I'll get that in there and then twist it closed. You always just want to twist. You don't want to pull, because if you pull, you'll never get them back together again. Okay, so there's one with a charm. Okay, and these would be really cute to use on a journal page. So I'm just going to put a piece of paper here. Okay. You could just clip it on a journal page like that. Now I am going to add another little embellishment here. So I'm putting down a little dot of glue. And I am adding in a little flat back heart pearl. And now you just continue decorating. You decide what you like on it. Flat backs are good. Pearls, any kind of trim. These are small clothespins, so there's not a whole lot of room on them if you use full-size clothespins or the really large, fat, chunky ones. You have more space for decorating. But for this, you just kind of decide what you want. Here I'm adding a little eyelash trim, and then I'm going to put a flat back on top of that. And this will just continue until I have all of my clothespins decorated. You can do what I did there, which is put some weight on it to hold it in place till the glue sets. I am going to show you how to package these little clothespins up really cute for adding into your Happy Meal or embellishment swaps. So here are some that I already have done, and then I saved one set to do on camera. And here's the 4 sets that I have. You can see they're just really cute in the little bags. Okay, so for this, I use these 3x5 bags, but if you don't have the little cellophane bags like this, you could use one of these little organza bags like you get at the Dollar Tree. They get like 12 of them for $1. To do it in the cellophane bag, you're going to need a piece of paper that is about 3 inches high by 2.5 inches wide, and then you need this, which is 1.5 inches wide by 3 inches long, and then you need this little strip, which is about 1/4 inch wide by 1/2 inch, and you score each end at 1/4 and 1/2, and then you fold them, fold on your score lines, and then on the 1/4 on the outside edge, just a little quarter mark, you're going to put a little piece of ATG tape, and then you kind of fold your little corners. Okay, and then what you're going to do is take this and kind of a little bit above the bottom, and then kind of center it, put it down, and then I take my bone folder and just press down. Okay, and then you're going to come in and you just add your clips. I like to add the ones with the charm to the outside, and then you just come in and get them in and get them evenly spaced. And then you will take this card and you're going to slip it into the little bag. You want the tape to go to the back, and I like my bags to open from the bottom, especially when I'm doing little decorated bags. That way, if my recipient wants to save the bag and reuse it, they can, because these are resealable bags. So you leave about 1/2 inch at the top, and then just pull your tape strip off, fold it over, line it up, press it down. Okay, now you take your paper, fold that on the score line, and then we're going to come in here and just add some ATG tape to both sides of the score line. And then you just put it on and lay it down. Then I'm adding a line of glue, and I'm taking some of this crochet trim from the Dollar Tree and just putting it down and clipping off the excess. Okay, and then I have some little gold butterfly punches that were gifted to me by Janice, who's Jelly Bean Junction here on YouTube, and I'm going to put a couple of those little butterflies. And you could use anything. You could use some little pearls. You could use a sentiment. You could use any kind of little bling you want. And that's all there is to it. And you have a pretty little package that anybody would be happy to receive. So thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you click the bell, you will get notifications when I post new videos. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And feel free to contact me at my email, handcraftedbycarrie@gmail.com.